What's up, North Texas and Go Mean Green fans? I got a very special guest today to joining me. This North Texas 2024 class, we've seen a lot of skill positions added to the offense. They've got 4 wide receivers, 3 tight ends, all super talented kids. The biggest question mark was who is the quarterback in the class going to be throwing to them, and we got to find that out yesterday, and it's a big one. I'm joined today by 2022 4A Division I state championship game offensive MVP, 4A Division I All-State offensive MVP, Super Centex offensive MVP, All-District offensive MVP, MaxPreps second-team All-American, and most importantly, the newest commit of the 2024 North Texas class. Cash McCollum, how are you, sir?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing good. That was a tongue twister and a pretty long list of awards you got there. It was a very good last year you had.
Yes, sir. It was a fun year. We had a good ride last year, and we're looking to do the same thing again this year.
So I want to start out by asking, I transferred schools my freshman year. You transferred last year, junior. How difficult was that, not only transferring to a new school, but then also having the expectations of joining a defending state championship team?
It was pretty stressful on us as far as like the move-in part. You know, we moved kind of like mid-June, so we were trying to get here as quick as possible so we could start interacting with the guys, interacting with the coaches before August, before two-a-day starts, obviously. And it was kind of a weight on my shoulders personally because obviously Major Bowden, coming from last year, was obviously a stud. But I didn't really try to like overdo myself. I kind of just played the way I played and kind of tried to put my team in the best position to succeed.
Going back to the state championship game, falling behind 21-0, what was going through your mind at that point? What are the thoughts going through when you fall behind 3 touchdowns?
I mean, we battled adversity all year, and we kind of just relied on one another, and we knew we could do it. We hold each other accountable every single day at workouts, practice, and even in games, halftime. We just knew we had to lock in because we knew we could do it. And we've been in that position before all year, and we kind of knew how to handle adversity, and we just played our brand of football.
How awesome was it to share that moment with your dad, the quarterback coach? Was that made it extra special?
It was amazing. I've dreamed about it my whole life, just being coached by him. I mean, he's the biggest role model in my life, and it was just a good moment to share with him.
So for the North Texas fans that haven't seen Cash McCollum play, can you give us a Cash McCollum scouting report, and then what NFL quarterback you kind of model your game after?
I think a quarterback I really enjoy watching that I kind of compare myself to is Josh Allen. He's kind of a bigger build but can still move pretty well, and he's a really good playmaker and has a strong arm and can kind of place the ball wherever he wants to. But one thing I really pride myself on is like whenever things are going like bad in the pocket or like not every play is going to like be executed perfectly, I think I can get out of the pocket and kind of keep my eyes downfield and kind of extend a lot of plays to just give the ball to my playmakers and just let them do what they do.
So I'm going to give myself a little credit here because when I was watching your film the first time back a couple of months ago, when North Texas, I knew they were targeting you. Josh Allen was the name that I wrote down. So I'm going to give myself a little credit because that's whose game I saw from just watching you, just watching the huddle highlights.
Oh yeah, he's a fun player to watch. I also like watching Mahomes. Obviously, he's a playmaker and kind of changed the way quarterbacks are kind of looked at as far as like just the standard. He kind of like set a new standard just playing how he plays with like just freely and just playing like a baseball player almost.
Absolutely. So that kind of leads perfectly into my next question because I was going to ask what made North Texas the right destination. And then my next question with that was, did Coach Morris's past track record with quarterbacks play a role? And you mentioned Mahomes there, a guy that's his offensive coordinator was Coach Morris. Did that play a part in your decision to commit to North Texas?
For sure. So I talked to Coach Brophy while he was at Washington State, him and Coach Morris, and I've kind of been building that relationship for the past year year and a half now, and I'm putting all my trust. Like, I fully trust these coaches and what they're doing at North Texas, and I saw all Coach Morris's past with his quarterbacks and stuff as OC head coach, and I just really trust them to build me to be the best person and player I can be, and just put me in a position to succeed.
So you're the 12th commit currently in the North Texas class. They've got 4 wide receivers, 3 tight ends. Is there any current commits, current North Texas players you're already familiar with, already built relationships with?
I built relationships with all 4 of the receiver commits. I've talked to one of the tight ends, but I haven't gotten a chance to talk to the other 2. But they seem like cool guys. I kind of recently started talking to them whenever I knew I was going to go there and kind of committed. But they seem like great guys, and I know we're going to build something special there and push each other and hold each other accountable.
Perfect. Was we kind of mentioned a little bit, was the play style, I mean, going to the variation of the air raid, was that important, being a quarterback, to be able to go somewhere you can have a chance to sling it and let it fly?
I think that definitely plays a big part in it because, quarterbacks obviously love to throw the ball. I mean, that's kind of what they're known for. But also just the ability to run that they have kind of opens up the pass, and just throwing it all down the field just opens up the run. So they kind of work hand in hand with each other. And I think I'll be a great fit in the offense.
Perfect. So I'm going to put you on the spot with the last question. We all know Cash McCollum, the quarterback. How about Cash McCollum, the recruiter? Can you give us a preview of maybe what your recruiting pitch is to try to get the rest of the North Texas commits to jump on board?
I mean, I think the program speaks for itself. I don't really have to say much except facts. I mean, I just have to tell them the facts and get them on a visit, and they'll obviously fall in love with the place, kind of how I did whenever I went up there and visited. They just need to see the place and interact with the coaches and players, and I think anybody will go there.
Perfect. Well, Cash, I thank you for joining me. Congratulations again on the commitment. Best of luck this upcoming season. And I know the whole North Texas fan base will be cheering on China Springs to try to get that 3-peat.
Yes, sir. That's the goal. I appreciate it.
Perfect. Thanks, man. Go Mean Green.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me.